Well, hi once again, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Accu-Stats Video Productions, it's our great pleasure to welcome you to the final day of the 2016 Accu-Stats Make It Happen One-Pocket Invitational. Thank you so very much. We're coming to you live from the Aramis-Simonis Arena here at Sandcastle Billiards in Edison, New Jersey, the home of Accu-Stats and the home of the Make It Happen series. This series started in 2012. We have now gone into our 8th edition of the Make It Happen series, and this is our 3rd go-around in one pocket. As we've done for all the prior Make It Happen events, we've asked you to select 4 of the great players to come and compete here. You've returned 4 of our one-pocket champions. We've added 2 new players to the mix this year. We're really glad to have Tony and Jeremy with us, and we hope they'll be part of the Make It Happen family for quite some time. Now, over the first 2 days of the event, we have been playing a race to 3 games. Yesterday, we converted to a race to 4, just to add a little bit more spice to everything, a little more pressure on the players, and more pool for you to see. So it's all race to 4 from here on out until we crown a champion later this evening. Our players are playing round robin, so they've all played 4 matches. They're going to play their 5th and final match here today. And at the conclusion of play, after the 7 p.m. match, we will then take the players with the 2 best overall records, and they will compete in a 1-match playoff for the right to be crowned Make It Happen champion for 2016. There are possibilities for ties as far as getting to the playoff is concerned, and that'll come into play beginning with the next match. So we'll save talking about that until we start the next match, and our commentators will fill you in on how all of that's going to work. Our equipment, as always, the best in the business, a diamond 9-footer with a 1-piece slate and 4.5-inch pro-cut pockets, Aramis Belgian billiard balls, and 860 Simonis. And we'd like to express our gratitude to those companies for their continued support of Accu-Stats and of professional pool. So before I introduce the players, I'd like to, one last time, on behalf of our 6 great champions, on behalf of Ed Ladawi and the staff at Sandcastle and the entire Accu-Stats Video Productions team, thank each and every one of you out there that's been with us for this event and other Make It Happen events, and to each and every one of you sitting here with us live. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you've made it happen. Okay. This will be the final match for these 2 gentlemen, as it will for the rest of the competitors. So it's my pleasure now to introduce them to you. Our first player from Toledo, Ohio. This is his 2nd appearance here at the Make It Happen series. He went all the way to the championship match last year. He's a former Louis Roberts Action and Entertainment Award winner at the Derby City Classic, and he's a former big-time Classic one-pocket champion. He is sponsored by Action 24/7 Clothing and Sam Syracuse. He's called the Shredder. It's Danny Smith. Thank you. His opponent, making his debut here this year at the Make It Happen series, and we are thrilled to have him with us. Originally from Sacramento, California, he now resides in Detroit. He is the reigning Buffalo Billiards one-pocket champion, and coincidentally enough, the gentleman that he beat for that title is sitting right next to him, and I think he wants some revenge. And he's also a former U.S. Open one-pocket champion, a very creative and aggressive player. He's sponsored by Game Tight Apparel, High Pockets out of Memphis, Tennessee, Tom Break and Jump Tips, and Davini Cues. It's T-Rex, Tony Chohan. Okay, your official timekeeper for the match is Miss Angel Maracas, and official photographer is Carl Kantrowitz. My pleasure now to send it to the booth to the voice of Accu-Stats, Billy Cardona, and Hall of Famer, Danny DiLiberto. Go ahead, Bill.
We're at Sandcastle Billiards in Edison, New Jersey. This is the host site of the 2016 Make It Happen One-Pocket Invitational. Along with Danny DiLiberto, I'm Billy Cardona, and this is Day 4 and our final day of this event, Danny. It's been a great tournament, and I've had a wonderful time here, especially with you, really. It's been
thank
great.
You, Billy. I feel the same way about you, buddy. It's fun. Everybody asks me who I like doing the commentary with, and I say you all the time, and they say why, And I say, because I feel comfortable insulting Billy.
Well, that goes without saying, but that's okay. I'm used to you, Danny, and I don't mind you, really. As everyone knows, the two players with the best records will play one final match to see who we crown champion of the Make It Happen Invitational.
And it won't be either of these guys, but it isn't like they're playing for nothing here. The winner of this match gets $1,000, and there's a lot of people who don't make $1,000 in a couple hours.
And not only that, Danny, both Tony and Danny have a lot of pride in their game, and Tony and Danny both have really emerged as two of the top 3 or 4 one-pocket players in the world as of recent. And Tony believes he's the best player. Danny believes he's the best player. So therefore, that 1,000 means nothing to these guys. Whoever wins this match, just the prestige, just to have that little say to one another, I know I was the best, is more important for both of these guys.
It doesn't have to be this way. They're like running 5th and 6th. They could very well have been running 1st and 2nd. That's how good they are. But that's the way it is. One day to the next, like you said earlier, they're not having a great tournament, but they're playing the best players in the world. Chohan missed that bank pretty miserably, but...
And you people out there that don't think that champions have bad days, champions have psychological problems, you're wrong. Yesterday, Tony said to me, I'm done. He said, I've had a bad tournament. I can't make a ball. I'm not really playing well, And he's been playing great for like this all the last year. I mean, every day he's been playing great. One little tournament, one little day.
Yeah.
I can't make a ball. I'm done.
Yeah, you're right. Well, that's the pride coming out. But anyway, they are two of the best players in the world, and it didn't work out right.
No, that was a nice little shot there.
Beautiful.
He moved several balls to his side from Tony's side, parked the cue ball by the pocket, and the 3 ball finally came to rest very close to the pocket in a real problematic position. Now, there's going to be a lot of traffic after he shoots this shot. It's going to be around the cue ball. Let's see if he gets a kiss here. Wow, narrowly missing the kiss.
Good shot. Well, could Danny bank the 14 and put him in the far right-hand corner and double him up on the 13-9?
That definitely is an option. He's not looking at it. I think he's looking to go into the 13 ball with the cue ball and bank the 9 toward the 3.
Oh, that's a pretty good shot.
Excellent shot. I played both Danny and Tony last night after hours. I was fortunate enough to beat Tony. That was after I beat him. He said to me, I'm done. He says, when I beat somebody, they're done. You know that, right? Not because I'm a good player. Because if they let me beat them, they may be done. Anyway.
But I knew if you're telling this story, you're the hero.
No, because I played Danny too, and he beat me.
Oh, okay. 1 out of 2 isn't bad.
Tony's standing at the far end of the table, just looking at it, and I can understand why, because really not much you can do. So he's going to keep the cue ball down this end of the table.
Oh, look at this shot. Look at that shot.
He didn't want that to go in, by the way.
Oh, he would have been in a trap.
That was better off not going in than it was if it went in, providing that Danny doesn't shoot the 7 into the 11. Now, the 11 is not in the pocket. It's outside the pocket, so it is missable. But it's a shot that Danny's going to have to shoot here, because if he puts it down, he figures to run out.
Well, the 11 is sitting in that might go position, but he didn't even have to play the combination.
Yeah, well, I thought that's all he had was a
Oh,
combination.
look at this. The ball kept going. I don't know if he got to anything.
No, he doesn't have a shot. Now, he has a shot, I believe, maybe on the one ball.
Yeah, but that's a big gamble.
Well, I'll tell you, gambling and Danny are synonymous. Trust me, he gambles more than any player that I know on the table.
And he plays real good for the cash.
Tony looks like he's the type of a player that nothing seems to bother him. When he walks around the table, he has that demeanor. He projects that demeanor, and nothing bothers him. But Danny's the player that nothing really bothers. That's the player that nothing really bothers.
Yeah, we're going to see a little moving before someone shoots balls in. I don't think he has anything to shoot to his pocket.
I really like both of these players. They have great personalities. There's not really a mean bone in neither of their bodies. They're just pretty good people.
Well, I like Tony Chohan better because he's bigger.
Oh, well.
You got to be smart to like the bigger guy. I'm kidding, of course. I love everybody. Look at that combination bank. Holy God. He's got a bank on the 8 now.
Yeah, and it looks like he's in pretty good line to bank the 8. So we look for the 8 to
straight in. He's either going to make it or come close. Well, he didn't make it, and he didn't come close. So I don't know what I'm talking about.
He would like to, I think he's going to end up moving the 8, but how he moves the 8 is I'm kind of curious. I think that he should two-rail the 8 out of there and draw the cue ball.
I don't know if he can get it past the point, Billy.
He's banking at the 12 here.
I'm missing it. Well, I think he left a little shot on the 9 because of where the 8 is.
Yeah, he's left a pretty big shot on the 9, and exactly for the reason Danny said. The 8 ball is slightly to the left of the pocket. Tony will shoot the 9, and the way he'll shoot it toward the 8. So therefore, if it happens to contact the 8, there's a good chance it'll go in off the 8. And if you shoot it to a certain side of a pocket, that means that the shot can't be missed to the other side because you're shooting into a certain side.
Well, maybe the 3 is in the way because he's looking at something else.
No, the 3 it doesn't appear that the 3's in the way from my vantage point. I'm surprised he's not shooting the 9.
Well, because the 3 is in the way, Billy. 9 does not pass the 3. So he was content to just move. Pretty good. The 8 is still a threat in his pocket, so Danny has to watch out for that.
I think Danny can shoot the 12 into the 8 and draw the cue ball and knock the 1 out as well. So all 3 of these balls will leave after the shot.
Well, the 8 didn't go far, but it doesn't go anymore. He moved it a little bit away from the pocket. It doesn't bank. The 1 is in the way of the bank. Uh-oh, he sold out the 7. Well, maybe not. Good speed. Good speed. I think the table slowed down a little bit because of the rain.
And one may ask, why would he do that? Why didn't he just knock the 1 away? Well, Tony feels that since Danny can't see the 8 now, he's going to have to come off the 1. And after he comes off the 1, Tony will then probably come off the 7. And then after Tony comes off the 7, now take a look at how the balls are arranged. So the dominant position that Tony has, he protected it by taking that intentional.
Billy made a great explanation there, folks. He said, you can't just think of shooting that ball. You got to figure out, if I do this, what will my opponent do? Big factor in the game. If that 8 is a big threat, Danny has to defend against that.
Personally, I think Danny should kick softly to the 8.
How about banking the 7 and falling on the 9?
And that goes back to what I said a little earlier. Tony, it appears that nothing bothers him. Well, it's Danny that nothing bothers.
It's the 1.
Nothing bothers Danny, as was evidenced in his shot selection back in the 7.
That's how
because that sure would have bothered me.
That's how us Dannies are. Oh, he really turned this around. That 8 is going to stay there, I think, when Danny is out.
Now, this is the Danny Smith that we all wanted to see going into the tournament.
Oh, look at that. That's a bad shot.
I got him.
You did. You got him. That was really careless because a lot of balls went. He only needed 3, but he couldn't fall on the 15. He hit it instead. Oh, he's in his shooting mode.
I know what's running through your minds, people. What's he going to do with the cue ball? I know you're thinking about that. I know.
Well, he's going to think some more about it. Well, I like a shot, except for where the 2 is. I shoot the 12 and make the 8. The 12 might go one rail into his pocket, but then he could leave the 2. See the shot, Billy?
Yeah, I see the shot. If he could draw against the 10 and shoot that shot, that would be a very effective shot.
Well, I think he's going to do something like that.
He may be looking to cut the 10 in.
Oh, yeah. Very thin hit. You got to hit the paint here.
Yeah. Or play the 10 off the 2.
I don't think it's kissing enough to do that, but...
I think he thinks it is.
Yeah.
He's such an offensive-minded player. So he says,
right in.
You know, I might as well give all these fans and all these spectators something to cheer about. This match is really kind of like meaningless in terms of winning the tournament. I'm going to showcase some of the skills that I have. And that's what he's doing. You know, he's banked a 7. He played a carom 10 off the 2. So he's come up with some pretty creative shots. And that's one of the reasons why he's considered one of the most creative players in the world today.
Well, I think he left the 3. I think the 3 banks.
Danny has 6 balls. Tony has 1.
He hit the 8. Uh-oh, he sold out.
Oh, he sure did.
Yeah, he could have kicked that 3 a little fuller, then he wouldn't have sold out, but it's too late for that. So now this game is going to be close, because I see 5 balls that go for Chohan.
If the 3 goes, he'll just softly draw the ball to the side rail and then back over for the 3.
He's got that angle to do it. And like you've been saying, for a big man, he's got a great touch. Yeah, he can fall on the 3. I don't think he could run into the 2. Uh-oh, he can miss. That's the only thing he could do wrong. But that ball is a threat. I don't know what Danny's going to do to get rid of that. I don't think he could get rid of it unless he kicks one rail, the long rail. Other than that, I don't see anything unless he kicks the short rail just to get through the inning. Anyway, he's got a kick. Or is he trying to figure an aggressive bank? No, I think he's got a kick at this ball some way or another. Long rail or short rail. Oh, he's thinking something else, but I'm interested to see what. Is he cutting at the 2?
No, it looks like he's cutting at the 2 here.
He's cutting at the 2. Just missed. Oh, he made it. Look at that shot. That was a desperation shot that he hit real well. That was not an easy shot. That turned it around. Now he's going to keep the lead and sell out the 3. Look at this.
I don't know if he did, but
he sold out to 3.
It's very difficult to do commentary when he's at the table.
Right, because you don't know what he's going to do.
I mean, he has a way of fooling us.
Yeah, it's tough to do it. You're right. Whatever you call might be wrong.
People are probably saying up there, those guys don't know what shot to shoot.
Well, he's on the hill. Look at that stroke. This game could get close.
This game could get close. It is close right now.
No, Smith needs 1. Chohan needs 4. That's not close. Look at that stroke. He fell on to 14. It's going to get close, Billy.
As you can see, in case you haven't by now, these guys are playing a little for the people out there. They're going to give these guys a thrill on the different types of shots that are available, and the shots that maybe we shouldn't shoot, but they can.
I always said that this is not a game about just playing pool and looking like a good player. It's entertainment. That's real big. Well, I don't know if he could knock this 14. Well, it's his pocket, isn't it?
No, Danny
it's Danny. He can't knock it away.
He's going to try to.
Kicking?
Yep. Oh, go ahead now. Go ahead, Mr. T-Rex.
How's that, folks?
Yeah. Take that, Mr. Smith.
See, folks, they don't have to be in a position to win the tournament. They still could entertain you.
That was so deep in the pocket, I was having my doubts whether he could kick it out.
Yeah,
he
well,
not only kicked it out,
see another
he kicked
kick
it
here.
in his pocket.
Here's another kick. That might go.
Go ahead with it now. Yeah, they're showing us. They're showing us some pretty good stuff here, aren't they?
The people love it. The people love it because I believe in the entertainment part of pool.
Let's get down to like sensible pool now, okay?
Yeah. But that still was a little bit of physics there. See how the cue ball died with a high ball? I call it high karate. After the ball hits the rail, the high stays on it. Well, I said this game is going to get close. It's pretty close.
Now this bank's underneath him, but to increase your chances of pocketing the bank, it has to be hit with speed, and that's not the type of a hit
Yeah.
that he would want to shoot right now.
He didn't shoot it because he would have sold out the 9.
This is a two-rail shot here. This demands a very accurate hit.
Well, if he makes it, I think he's going to fall on the 13. Oh, he got a kiss. Got a kiss. Now Danny is shooting at his game ball.
Now, this particular type of a shot, you can look at it one of two different ways. You can try to roll it, or you can just fire it cross corner. Rolling it, there's a chance of giving up a return bank if it happens to be missed. Firing it gives you more accuracy, and it's a much better shot for the crowd. He said, "Okay, people, I'm firing."
Well, anyway, Billy,
go ahead now.
You have to keep quiet for a second.
What an eventful first rack that was. And we've seen some pretty interesting shots
there. You hear me,
there,
Billy?
didn't we?
You got to keep quiet for a minute or two. I want to thank our first-time supporters. Dale Lemieux from Michigan, he's here. Bob Lewis from Massachusetts, he came here. Carl Newmeister from Kentucky, he's here. Alex Villanueva from Alaska, but he's not here. He missed the boat. Robert Newkirk from Texas. John Palmore from Texas. Sebastian Pauchon from Switzerland. Keel Perry from Texas. We'll get more later.
Yeah, we saw quite a few shots that were really difficult shots that were executed perfectly. And
Pat Fleming in the background said something that was true. He said that was the best rack of the tournament. And we got it on film, folks.
That was special. That was special. Now, if this was a match to decide who wins the tournament, we wouldn't have saw that rack. We wouldn't have saw that rack like that. I don't know with these two guys, though. It's still questionable.
Yeah, we saw some great stuff there.
Well, Danny, who's at the table, Danny figures to cross bank the 2-ball to his pocket.
Yeah, but could you sell out the 4 if you try that?
But we're not going to do commentary where we're going to bring the sellout factor into the play because they don't care about selling out, so we shouldn't care about it either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, he can bank to 3. That's even a better bank.
Yeah, it is. Oh, he made it for Tony. And he played position for another bank for Tony.
How about if Tony banked it and sucked the cue ball into the stack and opened up the balls? Might as well go ahead and do it.
Well, if he makes this, he's got a cut on the 15. Oh, look at that shot. Does the 2 bank past the 15? I guess it does.
I'm surprised Tony just didn't bank the 2 and pocket the 4. we're seeing some real creative shots here. I think these guys must have huddled up before this match and said, let's give these fans a treat.
Well, he made it. He's got a cut on the 15, and this is the shot you said he hits good. But he hits a lot of shots good, Billy.
This is a type of a hit that shouldn't present any problem for Smith at all.
Well, he doesn't really have to shoot it because he's got a two-railer on the 4, and he could stick right there and get position on the 6, but forget two railers. He wants to shoot one railer. Look at this.
And what about the 12? Now he has the 12.
Now he has the 12.
If the 13 goes, he may go 4 with 2 cushions. Well, you forced it to the bottom cushion.
Yeah, he's got the 13.
He may knock the 10 down here, Danny, off the 7.
Softly and play position for it. You're right.
Now he's got a bank on the pink here.
Yeah.
He wasn't able to clear the 7, or he would have had the 10. Now he has a bank on the pink. You can play this one of two ways. You can try to cinch it, or you can play position on the 1-9. It still has a pretty steep angle to try to defend against the 7, but at least
Yeah, he'll leave a bank on the 7 if he misses this, but I don't think he missed it. He didn't leave a bank on the 7. Now he's got the 9 or the 10.
you kind of like the 10, don't you, Danny? Because
It's freer.
yeah,
It's freer.
it
he-
looks like
he
it's
knows
less
it.
risky.
He knows it. Well, he hit it good enough to put it near the pocket, but does Tony have a bank on the 7?
I don't think the 7 is bankable because of the 5 and 14 where they're positioned.
Well, he's looking at something here. The combination bank?
He may do that and just stick the cue ball there.
Yeah, he's doing something like that. And he put distance up. I think the 1 passes, and it's got a little help with the 10. Yeah, that was a give-up shot. Smith needs 3, and they're all right there. All right, I want to thank some more of our supporters. We got Russ Robbins from Virginia. He's here. Welcome, Rob. Bill Rousey from South Haven Rec Center in Mississippi. Richard Schenk of Teachers Billiards in Missouri. David Siltz from Kentucky. Daryl Smith from California. John Youngback from South Dakota. We got a lot more, but those were the first-time supporters. Uh-oh. Well, so far, Danny's romping, leading what?
2-0, race to
2-0,
4.
yeah.
He's going to take a look at that 5-10 combination. It's aiming toward the 11, but there is about an inch separation between the 10 and the 5, so that combination is pocketable. I don't know if it's the type of shot that he really likes playing, because he's very, aggressive. So Well, it looks like he's going to go 4 cushions with the 3 here. This is a tough shot to control the cue ball off of.
Well, I think he's lined it up where he just has to stick.
No, he'll give up a 15 if he sticks.
I don't know. That's a thin hit. Let's see.
So he's going down table. See?
I don't think he hit it hard enough.
No, it looks like he hit it hard enough to me.
Yeah, he
How
did.
about that
He
shot,
made it.
huh? That's how about that shot?
The people are getting a 3 here.
Now, we're going to see him elevate no matter what he does here. He's going to elevate here unless he tries to cut this in. If he tries to cut this in, he'll go into the 15 with the cue ball. And I look for him to hit this well because this is a type of a shot that he shoots well. Tony's in a real tough spot here. I don't see any way he can get to the ball in front of the pocket, to 13, to try to knock it away or pocket it.
Well, he's going to try to kick at it.
Got to kick with speed.
Well, I don't think he scratched that time anyway. He sold out, but he didn't scratch.
Yeah, there's no guarantee Danny's going to come up with another shot. But this shot here has to be hit pretty good. He can probably cut it to his right, go off the side rail, and then have the 11 next.
Right.
I don't think he wants to do that. He may want to end up with a 9-11 combination.
Or even run into the 9. I like falling on the cut on the 11.
He wants to bank the 9.
Yeah. He's got a bank.
Nothing wrong with that shot.
Not at all.
That shot will yield a return shot 100% of the time. No guessing there. Well, sometimes when you shoot a ball in a pocket and try to play position on a tough ball to get to, you end up with no shot. But that shot will give you a shot every time.
Yeah, he's playing position for the 9. And I think he's getting it. Oh, he didn't make the 11. But he did have the 9.
Now, if the 15 goes for Tony, he'll bank the 9, play shape for the 15.
Oh, he didn't make the 9.
Yeah.
Tony's a proud guy, and I feel like he's playing a little bit under his speed because he can't win the tournament anymore, and that can discourage him a little.
Yeah, the intensity, that the real desire is not there for him right now.
And he just won the last tournament in New Orleans, so he likes winning, and he doesn't feel real good right now. But look at this combination. Makes this, he might get out.
Oh, he's going to make it. He's in perfect line.
Okay, he'd like to hit that 8, and he did.
Oh, wow, he missed it. Now Tony,
He missed everything.
The 8 ball came in front of the cue ball and didn't give him Tony a shot. Now Tony's going to walk to the table. He's going to probably throw his hands in the air, look up into the sky. Well, there's no sky. He's got to look up to the ceiling.
Well, he didn't. He threw his hands, but more parallel to the ground than up in the air. I'm giving good commentary. You got to know where his hands were going, Billy.
He doesn't really need to show emotion right here because the results of that shot speak for itself. We know what happened, Tony. No need to explain it. Really.
Well, kicking the 11 in will sell out a bank on the 9. So he's really in a bad spot. Does this ball go off of the 15? I don't know what he's doing, but... Yeah. He's got a 3-ball combination.
Well,
He's got the 5-1 into the ball hanging, but
7 into the 11 maybe is available too.
I don't know if that passes, but if it does, that would be better than the 3-ball combination.
They don't try to hold the cue ball for the 1.
Yeah, he had it.
Now he can play the 1 into the 7.
Well, play position for something else in case you make them both. Well, he didn't. Now he's got the combination. If he wants it, he doesn't have to shoot the combination because he's got the 1 straight in, I believe. Oh, he's got a thin hit on the 9 or the bank on the 4. What do you prefer here, Billy?
I don't know if the bank on the 4 is even available. He's pretty thin on it. You know, it might be a kiss here.
Oh, there's no kiss. He can go forward 2 rails to the 8.
He may draw into the 6 here, but I don't know, or into the back of the 8. Like that. You know, that shot plays pretty good, protecting the balls that will be going toward his side with the 6.
I think he left the 8.
No, yeah, I think he left the 8, but can he pocket the bank on the 8? Is the 9 in the way? It may be in the way, but
I don't think so.
It doesn't have to, but it may be in the way.
Yeah, I think it banks, but let's see what he thinks. Well, he's not shooting it, so it must not go. Now he's going to look at it. Well, he's leading 5-1. He doesn't want to gamble.
Well, that's the first shot, the best of my recollection, that he hasn't shot toward his pocket.
You're right.
I don't remember the last time he just played a safe. And I told him that last night when I was playing him. I said, Tony, that's the first shot that you played a safe on. It was like an hour and a half into our match. He looked at me with a smirk on his face.
Well, that was just get out of the inning shot. I don't know, could Danny hit the 8?
Let's talk a little bit about attitude, Danny. Attitude is such an important part of winning. If you have a good attitude, that's a very important ingredient in the recipe to win. Danny Smith has that attitude. You know.
Well, isn't attitude how high a plane could... Oh, no, that's altitude. Yeah. Very important. Attitude. Yeah, Tony feels like shooting.
And that's what we're seeing in this match. We're seeing Danny Smith, you know, with a good attitude, and we're seeing Tony Chohan, questionable there.
Well, Danny Smith is winning 2-0 and 5-0 this game, so his attitude might be a little better. He made it close. Tony can't even hit that ball near the pocket.
No, he's going to bank to 2 here.
He's going to try to bank to 2.
Exactly. 5 to -1.
Yeah.
He's saying, you know, I'm off the bank to 2 and play shape on the 9. Heck with that one ball there. Yeah. Oh, narrowly missing it. But he did leave the cue ball parked over the 10 or the 14.
That's going to make it tough to go to another ball or make the 15.
But the left side of the cue ball is accessible if Danny wants to shoot it to 15 and to put left spin on the cue ball.
He's going to bank the 9 instead because it's too tough over the top shooting that 15 in, so he's going to play the combination bank.
And make it.
Yes, it did.
Close.
Yeah. Oh, you're stealing my lines
Yeah.
now.
Well, it worked for you.
It's okay.
It worked for you.
Good. Oh, he's got a bank on the 4. I don't know if he can control the cue ball. I don't see anything else he's got.
He can come off the 6, put the cue ball behind all those balls over there on the other side of the table.
Oh, you want him to play safe all of a sudden?
Yeah, he can do that.
Yeah, he's banking the 4. He overcut it a little, caught the point, but he didn't lose his head, but Tony could knock the 9 away.
Tony's got a bank on the 12 ball or the 13 here. You know, that'll put him in pretty good position to run some balls. You know, the 2 balls positioned near the pocket. I think Tony should take a look at that bank on the 12 at the other end of the table.
To me, it looks like a kiss angle, so he's going to shoot the 2 and miss the 2. It's not going good for Tony. Two's a big ball, so Danny can't leave it there. He's going to knock it away. Oh, he hit that one good. Real good.
He sure did.
And he fell into 14.
Yeah, this will be game ball, which is already a 2-0 lead in games 1. We would like to put this down.
He missed the game ball.
I can't make the ball on the rail. Try it. I know I can. It's not.
I didn't expect that. Behind the back shot. Hit it pretty good. Well, Danny's got to give him this ball. I don't think he could kick it out. That'll put Chohan even. That's the ball he owes. Kenny Schumann doing his job, a good job as usual, spotting that ball up.
Too real in the 14 might be a better shot.
Yeah, he's banking at the 2. Well, he's going to sell out something. The 5 on the spot. Danny has to shoot that, I believe.
Oh, absolutely.
It's his game ball. Chohan needs all of them. He needs a ball. He didn't make it. He's having trouble making the game ball. Chohan doesn't have anything but the 8, and that's suicidal. Well, Danny's got a bank on the 2. He only has to guard against the 9, but that might be tough. Yeah, he wants to get out, start the next game.
Now, that's a pretty tough shot to shoot, even though it's a bank that looks very appealing. It's a pretty tough shot to shoot because of the sellout factor. And now Tony has a nice bank on the 8.
Well, I don't know if there's such a thing as a nice back when the other guy needs 1 and you need 8.
I didn't say the situation was good.
I know, but you said a nice
I said he has
bank.
a nice bank on the 8.
Okay, Billy. I'm trying to entertain a little bit too, Billy. Oh, he needed a little in off, but he didn't get it. Yeah, Danny's having trouble making his game ball, and Tony's having trouble making any ball.
That's true.
Well, he can try to fall behind the 4 and 5 off the 2, I believe. But he's not going to do that either, it looks like.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Not yet. He left the bank on the 9, I believe. Tony's going to shoot it.
Oh, this is a risky bank because if he happens to hit the 6 with the 9, he'll sell out the 9 possibly. Wow, now that was a nice shot.
Yeah, he got rewarded.
That was a nice shot.
He got rewarded.
He's probably saying to himself, okay, finally, finally. That's 2 in a row.
Well, I believe you go to the 5 here, don't you? So does he.
Nicely
And
done,
he did
too.
it nicely.
Nicely done as well.
And now he'll play for the bank on the 8, I believe.
Isn't that pretty,
No,
Danny?
he got good. He can cut it right in. This game could get close.
Yeah, and what happens if he pockets the 8, and then I was going to say he banks the 14, and then falls under the 6, bank, and makes that, and draws over him 3 rails to 12.
Yeah. It can happen, folks. I mean, it's funny, but we got players that are the best, and they could do that.
I think he did a real good job for what he just did. I tell you that. He made a real nice bank on the 9. He played excellent shape on the 8. Made a nice shot on the 8. I was going to be made a 5, but then made a nice shot on the 8.
He's 2 railing at this. No, he hit it 1 rail. Made it scoreable, but it won't stay there, I don't think. And a 6 is not going to be there for long.
This is a tough ball to like play safe on here.
Therefore, he left the bank, but it's no gimme for sure. But I'm sure Danny's going to play it. I'm talking about the 6.
And this is a type of a bank, if he happens to go for his pocket, cutting the 6 to his right and banking it toward the pocket. Very, very difficult to control the speed of the 6. Therefore, it's a very risky bank. He figures to leave some sort of a return shot if he doesn't make it.
Oh, he didn't come close. He hit it way too full. I think Chohan has the bank on the 14.
Yes, that he does. Has to be careful he doesn't hit the top of the 6 and scratch cross corner.
Oh, he hit that very good.
Yes, he did.
Good speed anyway.
Yeah, and also he positioned the 6 on his side, which puts that ball in play for him at some point.
Well, is Danny going to kick the 14 away or bank at it? Looks like he's winding up. Oh, he kicked it away. Oh, he's going to tie him up.
Yeah, Danny was fortunate with the kick. I think he hit the wrong side. He has a 3 railer, but they missed the kiss is another problem here.
Yeah, the
Got a 3 railer on the 14.
Yeah,
now watch how close the kiss will be here.
Yeah. Oh, he
On
plays
the
a
6.
6.
Oh,
Oh, he
almost.
just missed that. Well, the 6 is not going to stay there. Boy, he's hitting him close. But that doesn't count. Can't pay the rent with close shots.
He's going to give him some sort of a bank on the 14, it
Not
looks
if
like.
the 6 gets in the way, but it didn't. But you're right, he left the bank on the 14.
Maybe, because it looks like there might be a kiss here.
Yeah, it's close.
If
With
he
an
hit-
excellent hit, he can make this. Oh, he hit it pretty good.
Isn't that beautiful? He
Great.
put inside English on that bank, hit it with a soft speed. It's so difficult to control the accuracy of that
He's
shot.
got a 2-railer. Oh, he didn't make it. I think Danny has shot at the game ball a few times. I think he has to shoot 1 more. You know, I think he could bank this.
Yeah, he's
Spin
going
it
to
in.
bank this. This
Try
is
to bank it.
This is a type of a shot that he practices religiously. He's going to maximum spin, left-hand English. But watch the side pocket here.
Watch the corner pocket scratching. Oh, he did it.
Watch the side pocket.
Well, could Tony knock this away? Or does he have to give it to him and follow it in?
You know, this is one of those shots, Danny, where he could possibly do either or jump the table.
Or do that.
Well, you know Danny's kicking here.
Yeah. Got to kick the 6.
And I would guess that he's probably a pretty big favorite to make the 6 here.
Yeah. He's going to come close, but if you overcut it, you're going to sell out a bank. He made it. All right, while we're racking, I want to thank some more supporters who have supported more than just this tournament. Chris Botcher from Texas, Paul Bastable from Massachusetts, Bob Bettine from Montana, Andy Baxter from Connecticut, he's here, Manny Barrios, who came all the way from New Jersey, he's here, George Brew from Alabama, Alan Burton from Nevada, Bob Owen, Custom Cues, Wichita, Kansas, Dan Cates from Pennsylvania, John Cianflone from Maryland, he's here. Thank you guys, but I got more. Pretty good break. Pretty good break. Smith is on the hill. Chohan has won no games. He's at 0. Is he billiarding the 9 in? Yep. He tried anyway. He left the combination. 15-7. Pretty thin hit, but he's going to be protected. The 5 will stop the cue ball from flying around. Well, if Danny could wiggle between the 13 and 11, he can get a bunch of balls. I don't think he can hit it low enough to do anything else. Might even hit the 6 and get there. No, he couldn't. He's going to knock the 14 away now. No, he's cutting at the 10. Yeah, he hit it with speed, didn't make it. Okay, Chohan, you got a chance to win a game here.
I don't think he left Chohan his shot again. This is getting pretty frustrating for Chohan.
Right, he didn't.
Chohan said, look, he's walking to the table saying,
He's got a thin hit
I've
on the
seen
5.
this before.
He's got a thin hit on the 5, and I'm sure he's going to shoot it. Where are we going, cue ball? I don't know if he's got the 2-9. He might. That would be a good shot. That would open the pocket for sure.
He might have the 2-9 here.
I think so. and he made it. It still didn't open the pocket totally. Now he's got the 13-2. And he made that and the 13. Well, he's got a chance to win a game here. Well, he got funny. He can cross the 12. He didn't make it. But he got to 5. He's going to bank at the 10. Maybe run into the 12. Oh, he spun away from the 12. Good shot. He would have had position, but now he gave Tony position. Tony needs 3. I see 2 of them. Oh, he tried to knock the 6 out, too. Can he draw under the 6 off of the 12? No, he's going to go 2 rails up and down. Where are we going, cue ball? Not going to quite reach. He's got no choice but to knock the 10 away now.
This is the kind of a bank that you run into the 10 and sell out a shot on the 10. Well, not that time.
Yeah, he didn't make it. Well, he's got the bank on the 3. He needs 1. This is his game ball, but he's not shooting it. Well, he's not going to like that. Do you shoot the 1?
No, he can't. He's too close to the 1 and doesn't have an angle.
So he knocked a couple balls away. He left the bank. But that's not going to help Danny get 6 balls. But you got to get them 1 at a time now. Oh, he sold out. Showing needs 1. This is it.
Very thin cut, but this is the type of a shot that he'll put extreme spin on the ball. He hits his shot well. See?
Yeah.
Nicely executed.
Okay, folks, I'm going to thank some more supporters who also supported other events other than this. Rick Clark of Texas, Bill Dade of Florida, Jim DePina from California, Mike DeWeese from California, Sal Denena from Massachusetts, Terry Eddings from Oklahoma, Hank Engelhardt from Maryland, Dick Eshelman from Ohio, and he's here. Welcome, I hope you're enjoying it. Bob Farr from Utah, and Harry Farrell from Louisiana. Thank you all. We could not do this without you. You made it happen. Good break.
You know, you mentioned all the people that supported Accu-Stats to make this event and all these mega napa tournaments happen. And I'd like to add this: that it's so important. It's so important to all the players that are playing in this event, and for pool in general, for people like the people that you mentioned to support what we're doing here, because Pat really doesn't make any money doing this. This is such a no-win, proposition for Pat. He pays the players' expenses to get here, their hotel room. I mean, and Efren Reyes is going to fly from the Philippines, But Pat just has a passion for what he does, and the product that he delivers is the best. I mean, this is an outstanding production here. And
Pat loves the game.
Yeah, and I really want to thank all you people once again for doing this and for supporting us, because it means a lot to the players and it means a lot to the game. Thanks again.
That's a good kick. But he doesn't have any real threats in front of his pocket. And you mentioned Pat. He's not even a one-pocket player, and he still sponsors this. That's great. He loves the game of one pocket, knows nothing about it. I'm kidding. He's a straight pool player and a real good one. Yeah, Pat was a very good straight pool player. And of course, the first ball jumper, I think. Expert. Oh, look how good he hit this. It went in, Billy. But he didn't play position.
He's kind of cut on the 11.
Yeah.
I mean, Danny, I wouldn't be able to cut it. Maybe you wouldn't be able to cut it. But that guy out there, right there, he can cut it.
You only said maybe about me because I'm sitting here. You're right, though. If I wasn't here, you'd say Gilberto couldn't cut this.
Not a chance.
But now
Not
I'm at least a maybe. Oh, that was easy. He overcut it, Billy.
Overcut it. Now, let's take a look at that 7 ball. This is a type of a shot that requires maximum outside spin, and you must hit it with accuracy. This is not an easy shot, trust me. This is a very difficult shot, and he's really not forced to shoot it, but, it's probably a shot that he's going to shoot. And he played it off the 13, which was even a more intelligent way of playing it.
Yeah, more creative also. People appreciate that. They applauded, and he's got a chance to win another game here. Oh, he's going to be almost out anyway. I think he could get out. I think he went into the balls too prematurely. More of them went. I like making all the balls that go and then try to do something with the ones clustered. Yeah.
Tough shot here to come up with position.
He's not going to get position.
Tough shot to come up with position.
Well, he's got another thin cut.
Yeah, this is a type of a shot that you really don't want to shoot because the likelihood of him coming up with another shot is slim.
no problem making it, and he's going to fall on the ball.
And he just creeped through between the 4 and the 9 and did come up with another shot.
He's going to get out now. He needs one. He's got it, I believe.
You know, that didn't take long, did it?
Nope. Scored 3-2 in games. That was a great out.
And now that we have a few minutes, I would really like to add something else to Pat's production. Pat has really some of the state-of-the-art equipment that he's paid a lot of money for to bring the stream to all you people. You know, it's without a doubt the best stream available on the market today for what we do. You know,
it is.
And you really have to appreciate not only Pat and what he does, but the product he delivers. It's so important. There are other people that stream out there that are good streamers, but they don't deliver this kind of a product. This is without a doubt, the best product that we have in our game.
No doubt about it. And a lot of others who try to stream are out of the business already.
Well, Chohan has, I would have liked to have said, clawed his way back into this match, but he muscled his way back into this match. Now the score in a race to 4 is 3-2.
Well, he looks like he's got the muscles to do it. He's going to try to go behind the 10 off the 6. And he did it.
Now, if he can win this game, I believe Smith broke the balls this game. Is that correct?
Right.
If he can win this game, Chohan, he will then have the break in the final game.
You're right.
Because this is a race to 4, obviously, because the score is 3-2 Smith.
He took a scratch maybe to try to break up that combination that was dead, by the way.
Yeah, that's a good point, Danny. It was a twofold reason for him to take that shot the way he did it. He would break up the dead combination, and he would put Chohan against the stack. But there was an alley there, a little...
Well, what was this? I think he's got a bank on the 14, Billy.
It's going to be close, but he's going to bank it high because he has the ability then to pocket it off the 11. But keep in mind, if he goes for this bank on the 14, it may not be free.
Well, he's on the hill, so he could be shooting at the match right here if he can make it.
Yeah, or he could be watching Chohan shoot at the match if he misses it.
Well, it won't be the match for Chohan because he's not on the hill.
Right, exactly.
But Danny is. If he makes this, he can win the match right here. Well, he's hesitating.
He wants to hit the 5 on the left hand. Well, no, he said,
He didn't even shoot it. Heck with it, he said.
Well,
I'm not going to let Chohan back in this match.
Well, one of the reasons why he may have opted not to shoot it is because of the superior position, ball position, that he had. You know, he can see clearly that he can win this game in other ways other than banking that 11.
Oh, he just missed 6 there.
Now he has a bank on the 6, and I do believe he's going to shoot this one.
Yeah. Definitely.
He has to figure out a way to come up with another shot after banking the 6. I'm not saying that he's going to pocket the 6. I'm saying that what he needs to be thinking of is what he wants to do with the cue ball. Does he have a bank on the 12?
He's got a bank on the 12 and the 6. He can't do anything to the 11, so he is forced to shoot here. Makes this, he can get 8 and win the match.
I think he's forced to shoot even if he could have shot the 12 into the 11, but banking the 12 there wins the match for him. And since the balls are positioned really in his favor and very few go into Chohan's pocket, the percentages were laying in his favor in a lot of different ways.
Chohan is going to rearrange the balls right here. Well, he didn't fall on a ball. Unless the combination is good. It looks like it's close. Might have to cut it a little. The 9 into the 15, that is.
Yeah, well,
he's not going to do it. He's going to put him behind the 12.
I don't agree with this shot. I think he should shoot the 12 and move balls here.
Oh, he's going to go behind the 12. No, he doesn't like it. Did he leave him a shot on the 6?
No.
Well, he's pointing at the rail. I don't know what that means.
Maybe he wants to shoot the 3. Or does he look to come off the 2? He's looking to come off the 2 or the 3, one of those 2 balls. I think that either the 2 or the 3, he'll be able to control the cue ball. Maybe put him behind the 6.
Oh, he might have made the ball.
Wow. What a
great
creative shot that was.
But he didn't have confidence enough to play position, but he made that ball. Now he's in a worse trap than he was. What do you do here, Billy?
You know, he can shoot into the 5 and just draw the cue ball into the 4. Or he's coming off the 5 and trying to position the cue ball behind the 6. So you can either freeze to the 4 off the 5 or try to go behind the 6 with the cue ball.
I think he did pretty well. No, he didn't.
I don't know if he's left him a bank on the 2. I don't think that he has.
No, he hasn't. He didn't leave that, and the 15 doesn't bank.
He might be able to kick it to 3 here.
He kicked at the 15.
Well, he sold out a bank on the 2, which obviously Smith is going to shoot.
Yeah, he'll play position for bank on the 6 if he makes this. Oh, he hung it up.
And Tony has a bank on the 3.
And he has a cut on the 6.
I kind of like the bank on the 3 if that's available.
Well, he likes the 6.
Yeah. Well, is he going to go into the balls here?
Sure. Sure. Give him a chance to get them all. Oh, he did.
Yeah, well, that's the problem with going into the balls.
Well, he got the 15, Billy, and an angle to go to the 13. He's got a chance to get out here and get on the hill.
He sure does, because if he can lay good on the 13 and then play shape for the 12, he can get behind the 5 and the 4. It's going to be maybe, that's going to be maybe not.
I thought he scratched too, but what do you do here? He hung the ball up. Danny can't hit that ball.
He's going to cut the pink in.
Well, he has a bank too, but that's not free. That's suicidal. He has a bank on the 13, and he's looking at the cut.
I think he's going to cut the pink, and I don't believe after striking the pink, he's going to hit the top side of the 12.
Tough shot. Tough shot, maybe no reward if he makes it. If he makes it. He made it, and he got positioned for the 5. Look at this.
Yeah, he loved cutting at balls because, like I mentioned so many times in the past, he can really see the edge of the ball very well.
Oh, look, that was premature. That was premature. I would have branded the balls that were open first.
Yeah,
That's why I'm doing commentary.
No, I agree with you, Danny. You know, but there are other reasons why you do commentary. But I do agree with you there for sure. He likes to billiard here on the 8.
Still, there's no reward if he makes it.
Sure, he'll get a shot if he makes it.
Yeah, how about if he doesn't?
Well, if he doesn't, he won't get a shot.
Yeah, Chohan has a chance to get out now. He needs 5. No, he needs 6. I'm sorry. He needs 6. I can see 5 of them. 6 with the 8, by the way.
Well, he's playing for the 12, or 13, I mean.
He got there. I think eventually he's going to play for the 8 banking. That might be in 2 balls. Yeah, I think he's got to go to the bank right now because he's never going to get a chance to fall on it this well. I think he's got to play for the bank. No, he doesn't.
Well, the problem he had with playing for the bank there, Danny, he was straight in on the 12 or whatever ball that was he shot. So therefore, the only thing he could have done with the cue ball was follow it straight to the pocket. And by following it straight to the pocket, coming up with the correct angle for the bank was like very, very difficult.
I think the cut angle on the bank would have been the shot. Then he wouldn't have had to worry about all that. Well, he missed. Now it's going to be a toss-up here. Chohan's on 5. Smith making the 8 is going to be 4. What do you do here?
You go 3 cushions to the 1.
I think you try to make the 3. I think you try to make the 3 on that shot because that'll give you the extra move later.
Yeah, but what's wrong with that?
Nothing wrong with it. It's only good if he gets all the way out. He's got the 7 next. Oh, he didn't make the ball. I'm surprised.
You're not the only one.
They did all that spectacular creativity, entertaining shots. Then they missed the ones they're supposed to make. But that's the way it goes. We had a saying, first your money, then your clothes. That's the way the story goes.
Six to 4, Chohan. He wants to put the 1 ball on his side of the table so Danny doesn't shoot the 7 here.
He wants to put it in the pocket.
And that's a good way of putting it on his side of the table.
Yeah, but it's under the table now. He's shooting at the game here. Great shot maker.
Is he going to give us a little thrill?
The thrill is going to be over. He banked it. And he banked it pretty good. No, not good enough. Well, Danny has a cut on the 7. Yeah, Chohan shot at the game to get on the hill.
This is a type of a cut that'll send the cue ball toward the 10 and perhaps even the back of the 10 to kick it out. That's a pretty long shot call, isn't it?
It sure is, Billy. Especially when he's not even thinking that.
Uh-huh.
Well, you were right. He's got a shot at the 10. Boy, these guys are lucky you weren't in the tournament.
Well,
Billy.
I'll tell you, we had a discussion, all 7 of us, before this tournament started, and they were all in agreement that I shouldn't enter. And being generous as I am, I said,
Did
okay,
they all
guys.
give you 400 not to play?
Yeah.
Well, he's going to remove the 10.
Here's a spectacular shot here. Well, oh no, excuse me. He don't need to be spectacular. He only needs 1.
Just wanted to get it in.
Watch out,
on
side
his
pocket.
side.
Watch out. The 2-railer on the 10 is just too risky of a shot to shoot, Danny.
Yeah.
You know it is.
with
That
your
9 ball
opponent-
is sticking out there. If the 10 hits the 9, it's see you later.
If you don't make it, you're going to leave a shot also. Well, he didn't make it.
We did have the good presence of mind to stay away from the 9 with the 10. This is a 2-railer on the 10. It's a very, very difficult hit, but it is there.
It is. He could shoot at the right speed, too. Pocket speed. Good speed. It's going to be a threat anyway. Well, Danny's going to knock it away, but where are you going to go? You better get it on your side to defend against the bank on the 9.
You may double bank to 10 and swing the cue ball 3 cushions around. That shot also carries risk, but
Good shot. But
that's an option
That's better than selling out a bank your opponent's game ball.
if you don't scratch. If you
Oh,
don't
he hit it good,
scratch.
Billy. Not quite good enough. He sold out a bank on it.
Chohan stepping to the table, needing 1 ball, trails in the match 3-1. He needs this, 3-2. He needs his game to tie up the match, and he's got a pretty good look at it.
It's going to be his break if he does that.
It's a little high.
Yeah.
Now Smith has a decision to make. Do you put the 9 in play down by your pocket, or do you move the 10? I like putting the 9 down table. But make sure you don't leave a cross-corner return bank on the 9. Matter of fact, you don't even have to play to make the 9. You play for it to go short.
How about just pocketing it and letting it go on the spot?
I think putting it down by your pocket would be a little bit better. So he played it for it to go short, and he made it. Oh, no, he didn't.
Yeah.
Now Tony has a possibility of a cross corner bank on the 10, on the 9, but he's got to watch the cue ball here.
Yeah. Billy means don't scratch somewhere. Well, he tried that 2-railer on the 9, 3-railer on the cue ball.
Yeah, you gotta like what he did there, because now Smith, particularly now that he's snookered Smith from the 10 ball. And here's a shot. You cut the 9 in and you billiard the 10 over. And I know he's looking at this shot. He can cut the 9 into his pocket and he can billiard the 10. And I know he's looking at this shot.
Yeah, he needs all 3, so he's got to do something spectacular. Oh, he did it.
Yeah, I knew he was looking at that shot.
Boy, what a
Now,
shot.
had he hit the 10 ball more thinly, then he would have had a shot on the 10.
I want to tell you, Billy, the call was as good as the shot.
Well, that's why they wanted me to stay out of the tournament, Danny.
I know, they're right. He's got a 1-rail bank at the 10, or
And it-
3-rail.
Yeah, he'll bank the 10, and if he pockets it, he may have a 3-railer on the 14.
Oh. Well, Danny thought he made it when it started, but
Now, this is a tricky little ball to take out because he could get a double kiss here. And if he gets a double kiss on this takeout, he could leave the 10 in front of the pocket.
I think he could bank it too. in his pocket. Get it? He hit it good. Well, that ball's not going to stay there.
Now, do you three-rail this to your pocket, or do you two-rail it to your pocket? He's going to play it to his pocket in some fashion. I kind of like the two-rail to the pocket because that will give you the ability to hit it with the speed that if you happen to miss it, you won't leave a return
That's
bank.
the whole big part of the shot because he can't win with this ball, but he could lose. Let's watch. Oh,
That's in. That was going to be in.
Yeah,
he
it
was
was gonna be
unfortunate.
close.
Wasn't it? Was it going in? It looked like it was going in to me.
yeah, it was going to be at least close. He's got a two-railer for the game. And
It
I
looks
think
like
he made
looks
it.
pretty good to me. Mr. Chohan now finds himself tied up 3 games apiece
And it's
on
his
the
break.
hill in a match that has very little significance. It's turned out to be a match that's been very entertaining.
Oh, it has been. People love it. People are loving this. I want to tell you, it's not the title match, but it's one of the best matches so far. Oh, he made the ball. It doesn't count, folks.
It's a re-rack. That was one of the new rules that's been instituted into the format. Anytime a ball is pocketed on the break, it's an automatic re-rack. And I'll state that again. Anytime a ball is pocketed on the break, it's an automatic re-rack. Even if you make a ball on the break and scratch, it's an automatic re-rack. There you go.
How about if you make the cue ball?
That happened yesterday. I believe, I don't know who was playing, but they made a ball on the break, and they had a re-rack. The next time he broke the balls, he didn't make a ball on the break, but he scratched. And I said, what a swing that is from making a ball on the break and having a huge edge. Now you scratch the next break, and now you're against it. I said, what a
Jeremy
huge
Jones
swing.
made a ball on the break 2 in a row.
Yeah, he also did that.
And Pat and I were talking that if he makes it 3 in a row, it should count. Changed the rule a little. Well, Danny doesn't have a shot. He's got to remove the...
You may try to bank the 8 into the stack and go 2 reels behind the 12 and move that away. He'll open up balls on his side, and he'll move the 12 away.
Oh, he did the cut shot. That could be fatal.
Well, Danny, you heard this saying how many times? Live by the sword, die by the sword.
Yeah, good thing we don't have any swords. Imagine if the finals were 2 guys with swords fighting. Yeah, the people would really like that.
Yeah, this match wouldn't have lasted this long for sure.
Well, he's got a bank. Makes this, he could fall right on the 10, but he's going to go towards the 14. And he got it. He was looking at that combination. I don't think it's quite dead.
If he can't get back across table for that 7-6, which it looks like he's trying to do, he may go twice across table for the 15.
Oh, that's sitting there, yeah.
Oh, he went one
Oh,
at once.
he juiced it. Is
Okay.
the 6 dead? No. He could lay on the 7 here. Oh, he had a dead one, Billy.
If it was dead, he should open up the balls.
Well, it was dead. It went right in.
Yeah.
I don't know. The 6 is not on. It's a gamble.
He has another dead one. He wants to kick. Another dead one.
Oh, he's out. Look at this. Look at the balls. He's out. Yeah, that'll assure him getting out. He's got enough balls that go now. Well, I don't know if he hit that. That's the one thing he does wrong. Prematurely, he hits balls. He's supposed to get all the balls that pass.
He only needs, what, 2 balls?
2. So I would have never hit that. He's got another combination that if he misses, this game could get shaky. Well, it's not going to get shaky. It's history. Tony came from behind, won the match.
And who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it?
I'll tell you what, they both deserve to win, but that doesn't happen.
Yeah, that was one spectacular
What's
match.
the next match? Tell the people.
Yes, that was one spectacular match, and like you said before, of all the matches in this tournament, that was one of the better ones for sure. The next match, which will be at 2:30, is between Efren Reyes and Shane Van Boening. Now, those are the 2 players that figure to be in the finals, and we're going to get a little preview of what we may expect to see these guys when they reach the finals. We'll be back at 2:30.